Growing up, we didn't care about weird food combinations. If it tasted good, we ate it. From peanut butter with pickles to bologna rolled up with cream cheese, these strange but beloved childhood snacks were a staple of our lunchboxes and kitchen experiments. Let's take a trip down memory lane and revisit the bizarre food pairings we couldn't get enough of. Peanut butter and pickles. It sounds strange to anyone who hasn't tried it, but for a lot of kids, peanut butter and pickles were a match made in heaven. The salty, crunchy tang of the pickles mixed with the smooth, nutty sweetness of peanut butter created a flavor explosion that kids couldn't resist. Some kids preferred dill pickles for a stronger sour punch, while others went for sweet bread and butter pickles for a milder taste. Either way, peanut butter sandwiches were never boring when pickles were added to the mix. Some adventurous eaters even added a drizzle of honey for an extra layer of weirdness. Potato chips inside sandwiches. Why settle for a soft sandwich when you could make it crunchy? Adding potato chips to sandwiches was a kid-approved food hack that made every bite more exciting. Whether it was ham and cheese, PB&J, or even a bologna sandwich, everything tasted better with a handful of chips smashed inside. Some kids preferred classic Lay's for a salty crunch, while others went bold with BBQ chips, Doritos, or even sour cream and onion for extra flavor. And let's not forget the ultimate masterpiece, peanut butter and jelly with crushed Fritos for a salty sweet twist. Ketchup on everything. Back in the day, ketchup wasn't just for fries, it was for everything. Kids dunked mac and cheese, scrambled eggs, grilled cheese sandwiches, and even plain white rice in ketchup like it was the greatest dipping sauce ever invented. Some kids even poured ketchup straight onto potato chips or mixed it with mashed potatoes, creating a red, tangy mess that horrified adults but tasted amazing to us. And let's not forget hot dogs. Were you a ketchup-only person, or did you mix in mustard too? Cereal with water. There was nothing worse than pouring yourself a big bowl of your favorite cereal, only to realize there was no milk left. Did that stop us from eating it? No way. Instead of throwing it away, many kids simply used water instead of milk. Was it good? Not really. But did we eat it anyway? Absolutely. Some kids even experimented with orange juice instead of milk, especially with cereals like Frosted Flakes or Fruit Loops, thinking it would taste just as sweet. Spoiler? It didn't, but we still forced it down like champions. Bologna and cream cheese roll-ups. If your family always had a pack of bologna and a tub of cream cheese in the fridge, chances are you've eaten this snack more times than you can count. The concept was simple. Spread cream cheese on a slice of bologna, roll it up, and eat it like a fancy hors d'oeuvre. Some kids took it to the next level by adding pickles or olives inside, creating the perfect mix of creamy, salty, and tangy flavors. It was weird, it was cheap, but it was a staple of childhood snacking. Today, charcuterie boards are all the rage, but back in the day, bologna roll-ups were our version of fine dining. Ritz crackers with cheese and marshmallow. One of the weirdest but most beloved childhood snacks was putting a slice of cheese and a marshmallow on a Ritz cracker and microwaving it until everything melted together. The result? A gooey, salty, sweet, crunchy snack that looked awful but tasted amazing. Some kids took it even further and added peanut butter or honey to the mix, creating an unholy but delicious mess. It was bizarre, it was sticky, but if you grew up eating this, you know exactly why it was so good. Banana and mayonnaise sandwiches. Somewhere in the world of childhood lunchbox experiments, someone decided that bananas and mayo belonged together in a sandwich. And somehow, it stuck. The concept was simple. White bread, a generous spread of mayonnaise, and slices of ripe banana. Some kids took it even further by adding peanut butter, honey, or even a sprinkle of sugar to make it sweeter. While it sounds bizarre today, plenty of kids in the past loved this combination, and some adults still swear by it. But to many, the thought of mayo and bananas together is a crime against sandwiches. Salt on watermelon. Watermelon was already sweet, juicy, and refreshing, but some kids discovered a secret trick, sprinkling salt on top. The salt enhanced the sweetness, making the fruit taste even juicier. Some kids even added hot sauce or lime juice for an extra kick. It might have looked weird, but for those who tried it, watermelon with salt was a must-have summer snack. Hot dogs and Jell-O. Jell-O molds were everywhere in the past, and kids would eat just about anything mixed into them, including hot dogs. Some families served sliced hot dogs or Vienna sausages inside fruit-flavored gelatin, while others used savory Jell-O molds with meat, vegetables, and even cheese. It was supposed to be fancy, but to most kids it was just a weird combination that somehow existed. Cornbread and milk. If you grew up in certain parts of the country, you might remember breaking up cornbread into a glass of milk and eating it with a spoon. It was warm, soft, and comforting, making it a favorite snack, especially when there weren't many other options in the kitchen. Some kids added a little sugar for sweetness, while others preferred buttermilk for a tangy twist. Frosted Flakes on ice cream. Breakfast cereals weren't just for mornings. Some kids discovered that sprinkling Frosted Flakes, or any other cereal, on top of ice cream made for the perfect dessert. The crispy, sugary flakes added the perfect crunch, making vanilla ice cream taste even better. Some kids even went further and poured milk over the whole thing, turning it into a weird ice cream cereal hybrid. Popcorn with ketchup. Before gourmet popcorn seasonings, kids experimented with whatever was in the fridge. And for some, that meant ketchup. A few squirts of ketchup on a bowl of popcorn turned it into a messy, tangy, and slightly sweet snack. Some kids even mixed in mustard or hot sauce, making it even weirder. Spam and pineapple. Back in the day, Spam was a kitchen staple and kids found creative ways to eat it. One of the strangest but most beloved combos? Spam and pineapple. The salty, savory Spam paired surprisingly well with the sweetness of pineapple, and some kids even fried them together for an extra crispy bite. Mashed potatoes with ketchup. Kids in the past had a simple rule: if ketchup tasted good on fries, it must taste good on mashed potatoes too. It was basically instant gravy, but with a tangy tomato twist. Some kids even mixed in cheese or hot sauce, creating a wild mix of flavors. French fries dipped in milkshakes. This might be the most legendary weird food combo of all time. Dipping French fries in a milkshake or a Wendy's Frosty became one of the most iconic fast food traditions ever. The contrast between the hot, salty fries and the cold, creamy shake made it weirdly perfect. Some kids swore by chocolate shakes, while others insisted that vanilla was the best dipping option. Peanut butter and bacon. Peanut butter and jelly? Too predictable. Some kids decided to swap the jelly for crispy bacon, creating a sandwich that was equal parts creamy, crunchy, salty, and sweet. The rich peanut butter paired perfectly with the smoky crunch of bacon, making it a weird but irresistible combo. Some kids even drizzled maple syrup on top, turning it into a sweet and savory masterpiece. Fried bologna and grape jelly. Bologna wasn't just for sandwiches. Some kids got creative and fried it, then spread grape jelly on top for a bizarre but beloved meal. The sweetness of the jelly combined with the crispy, salty bologna made it a favorite for kids who wanted something different in the morning. Some even melted cheese on top, turning it into a sweet and savory melt. Hot dogs and peanut butter. Peanut butter showed up in a lot of unexpected places back in the day, and hot dogs were no exception. Some kids would spread peanut butter inside a hot dog bun, place a freshly grilled hot dog inside, and take a bite. The result? A weirdly delicious combo of salty, nutty, and smoky flavors. For the truly adventurous, some kids added jelly or even honey, making it even stranger, but somehow still good. Cornflakes on ice cream. Before every ice cream shop had a dozen fancy toppings, kids used whatever was in the kitchen. And for many, that meant cornflakes. The crispy flakes added the perfect crunch to soft, creamy ice cream, and some kids even drizzled honey on top for extra sweetness. If you wanted to get really fancy, you could mix in peanut butter or chocolate syrup, creating a DIY sundae that no one else understood. Mayonnaise and banana Jell-O. Jell-O was a huge deal in the past, and people mixed some truly questionable things into it, including bananas and mayonnaise. Some versions of this dish included a layer of Jell-O, topped with sliced bananas, and covered in a mix of mayo and whipped cream. It was supposed to be a refreshing dessert, But for many kids, it was a nightmare they were forced to eat at family gatherings. Now it's your turn. What weird food combinations did you eat as a kid? Were there any that your parents refused to let you eat in public? Drop a comment below and let's take a trip down memory lane together.